So I guess these are supposed to be the legendaries. Unfortunately, these are the two same dogs, just with one has a shield and one has a sword. And that's it, because they're the same dog. They just like changed it up a bit, not really like at all, which is weird because every other Pokemon game has had. Here, look, if you can see, they're basically the same thing. Their colors aren't different. That was the difference before. Like I could put this together in like 5 minutes in Photoshop. Here, hang on. All right, so now if we look here, I've got my picture of a dog, which I'm gonna enlarge, which is accurate to the Sword and Shield thing. We want to make it as accurate as possible. Just pixelate it as much as we can. Unfortunately, we're not going to get much more pixelated than that. If we made it bigger, we could, but we got to keep it at least looking like it might be a game that could run on a toaster. But hey, and look, there we go. We have our two new games, Pokemon Gun and Pokemon Nuclear Bomb. I've been working really hard on this. This took me approximately the better half of 3 minutes, maybe 2, maybe 5. We'll call it somewhere in between there. I actually had to go get a drink of water. This was too much. I had to go take a nap really fast too, just to rest my brain from all this work that I was doing. Today I want to take a second and talk about the Pokemon Sword and Shield remakes, because I don't know why I just said remakes, because they're not remakes. But personally, I'm a pretty big Pokemon guy, and when I heard that they were remaking these, I was pretty excited. But then I saw the 4th grade scratch project that this professional team put out after like a year of work. And I just wasn't that excited anymore. I want to take a look at the first trailer here that they put out. This is the official trailer. So like at this point, I was waiting for them to like zoom out and get, like the 3DS where they would zoom out and they'd show the 3DS. I was waiting for them to do that because I was like, well, this can't be the game. And I was waiting for them to go, well, this is what it would look like on the 3DS. But they didn't do that. They just kept playing this trailer, which was kind of surprising. So I figured they must have cut early version of X and Y and accidentally put it in their new game reveal, but that's not what happened. So, they're catching Pokemon. That's pretty cool. Pokemon battles. They still have that, which is good. It's good that they still have Pokemon battles, because at first I thought they weren't going to include that, but they did. So that's a step up. Okay, so now here's the cinematic, which doesn't look bad, because if this is how the actual game looked like, then it would be a 2018 game. Instead, what we got was basically Game Boy Advanced 16-bit. The first prototype that they just put out. That's what we got. Instead of, this is what we should have gotten. See, like, you see how much detail is put into that grass right there? And then if we can do a switch back to the green mush smoothie that was the other field. If I could just go back to that. See, okay, this looks like grass. And this looks like the fruit smoothie that your mom made you right before you were sent off to school. That is what that is, and this is what real grass should look like from a 2019 RPG. So when I first saw this trailer, I thought, okay, well, it can't be that bad because it's their first trailer. Maybe I gotta cut them some slack because maybe it'll look completely different in the second trailer. So I waited till that trailer, and this is what we got. We got the same thing. We got the exact same thing. So here's the second trailer, and this is where I really thought Nintendo would be bringing their best. This was a little bit before E3, I think, and I really thought Nintendo would be bringing out their HD 4K, super ultra high-speed cam graphics, and instead we got the Sega Dreamcast for 2019, so... Now, on the bright side, they did show us some animations of throwing the Pokeball, because at first I thought it was just going to be stiff movements, like he would just stand there and then they would pop out of the ground. There wouldn't even be a Pokeball. They'd just appear out of nowhere like a ghost. They just poof from nowhere. But that's not what happened, so that's a plus. At least they gave us animations. They're showing us the Pokemon. They showed us a fist bump. That's the type of game quality we need, because I wouldn't have bought this game if there was no fist bump. Need the power of friendship in my Pokemon games. Otherwise, this would not have sold for me. So thank God they put that in. See, we always need those YouTube free library copy music songs, non-copyright songs in our Pokemon Sword and Shield trailers, because again, if this wasn't part of their trailer, I don't know how they would have sold this to anyone. Now look here as he stands and looks at what I think are buildings, not really sure, couldn't exactly make them out. So now here they are, and they're gathering in the middle of this block so they can summon Arceus with their gathering ritual. They're going to be spouting incantations into the sky so they can summon the god of all Pokemon, so hopefully he can corrupt the game data and we won't be subject to this anymore. Now look at that. Look at what Pokemon has done. They've taken their image and they've enlarged it. So see, if that actually happened, these people would be dead. They would have drowned. They would have smashed their heads on the concrete. They would have just died on the spot completely. Unfortunately, it's a Pokemon game, and they look even better than when they actually came into this shot. So I don't know how that happened, but again, they don't look that good. So here we go, get ready for an epic battle of epic proportions, and then you see the guy's face and you realize that he's not intimidating at all. The best way I can describe this guy, this guy, he has the happiest smile on his face. He looked like he just watched he looks like he watched Poke Porn for 20 minutes with Gardevoir and Nessa, and he's just had a blast, and he doesn't even want to be here now, but he's okay with it because he's just enjoyed himself to no end. Alright, now here we go to another trailer, which is not actual game footage, which is really unfortunate because you would think this is actual game footage. See, what we're seeing here now is what could actually be presented maybe on the Wii U. What we've been seeing prior is what was their first prototype that they were going to slap onto the Game & Watch machine. So Alright, so now, as you can see here, they're moving in on each other, they're scanning each other, they're going to go doggy style on each other, they're just going to have the biggest smash of their life and create the third Pokemon that we haven't seen yet. It's probably going to be like, I don't know, Pokemon Slingshot or something. So that's what they're planning on doing, and I can't wait until next year for the same game with probably worse graphics. So that's it. I also wanted to take a second to talk about the animations, because at first I didn't really care how the animations looked, but then I saw a ton of people comparing it to Pokemon Battle Revolutions, which I personally never played, but then you see the difference between this and then what Gamefreak made, and it's kind of ridiculous. So I'm going to use an example for this. So this is Kecleon, and for the Battle Revolution version, he looks like he just snorted cocaine off of 20 women's titties, and he's just having a blast. He's been hitting the drinks hard. And now if you switch over to the Game Freak version, this man just looks like his Minecraft guild got raided for the third time this week. So I don't know. It's just a ridiculous difference. And so I don't know. I hope they fix the animations. I hope they make them look better. But I don't think they will, and that's just my look on the animations. So everything I just said, they're pretty much jokes. The game looks okay. I don't have a problem with it, really. I don't really care much about the National Dex thing because I usually just make a new team anyway. So those are just my looks on the game. It looks alright. I wish they would do something different, and I hope they pull like a Breath of the Wild on the game, because it's becoming like the same formulaic Scooby-Doo mystery gang thing. So I don't know. I just hope they switch it up. So yeah, that's how I feel. Thanks for watching.